What's up, y'all? This is Will. I'm back, and I got another part 2 to my first video. Now, if you didn't see my first video, 5 signs you lack common sense, go check that video out. When you get done, come back here. For those of y'all who already saw that video, here's part 2, because I came up with 5 more signs that you lack common sense. Now, before I even get started, I don't want anybody to think that I make these videos or I produce these videos to call people out, make people look bad, to put people down, or anything like that. These videos are designed so that somebody in the privacy of their own home, whether you be in your car, whether you be at work, whether you're doing your workout, whether you on your phone, that you get in the privacy of yourself, can hear some information that might help you change your life for the better. So that's what my motive is. So with that being said, here are 5 more signs you may lack common sense. And another big sign that you may lack common sense is that you don't seek help or direction when you need it. You know, a lack of common sense can cause people to avoid seeking help or direction because they don't want to admit that they don't know about something or that they need help with something. And additionally, people like this oftentimes underestimate a situation and overestimate their ability to handle it. So they may be less likely to admit when they're in over their head and they need some help. And that makes it less likely that they'll even reach out for help. Another sign that you lack common sense is that you make the same mistakes over and over. And if you happen to be the friend or the family member of somebody who lacks common sense, you might have noticed that they make the same mistakes over and over again. You gotta be careful because this could be frustrating, particularly if you try to explain to them how their actions are inappropriate or harmful. I mean, it might seem like they're not even listening to you, but in reality, they don't understand what causes the unfavorable results of their actions. So they just persist in the behavior. Another sign that you may lack common sense is that you're incapable of understanding humor, sarcasm, or irony. Now, if you find yourself in a conversation with somebody who's just not getting your jokes, or they just can't grasp the meaning of sarcasm, then either your jokes are corny or the other person lacks common sense. Now, if it's the latter, it's because they're unable to make the cognitive connection between what is being said and what is actually being implied. They simply take it at face value and don't understand the underlying message. And another sign that you may lack common sense is that you talk about inappropriate topics. Now, those who lack common sense might talk about inappropriate topics because they are unaware of the social norms and expectations of the environment that they happen to be in. They may not understand that certain topics are unacceptable or inappropriate in certain situations, like in public, at work, or even in front of children. You know, when it comes down to it, there are certain things we rather not discuss in certain situations. And if someone has a problem following this rule of thumb, then it may suggest that they lack common sense. Now, the 5th and final sign that you may lack common sense is that you choose to be ignorant. People who lack common sense often choose to be ignorant because they don't want to take the time or effort to learn or understand the information that is available to them. I mean, it could be because they're afraid of confronting the truth or because they feel intimidated by the facts. And they might be influenced by their own biases and are more likely to dismiss or just disregard the facts. And as a result, they frequently make decisions that negatively affect them and the people around them. Now, it's important to remember that common sense is not always a given. You know, while some people may be born with higher levels of it, it's also something that can be developed through life experience. Being able to spot when somebody lacks common sense can better help you navigate conversations, situations, and relationships. And it can help you be more mindful of the opinions and the advice that you offer, and even help someone develop their own common sense. Now, y'all check that out. I got some more videos coming for y'all. Y'all just be patient. But remember, it's all about growth. It's all about your personal development. It's always trying to be better than the person you was yesterday. Just remember, man, you don't know what you don't know. All right? So this is a learning experience. This is a journey. So I'm going to keep bringing videos like this. Share the videos, like, and whatever else you can do to support or help push forward what we're trying to do here, okay? Talk to y'all later. I'll see you later. Peace.